I
Mhm,
think
mhm.
that in itself is such a beautiful thing. When we're born with no knowledge, right? You think about that, and you think about the universe. You think about all of the universe. We don't even know what's out. How could we know what's out there? And even if we were to attempt to learn, our life wouldn't give us that ability. And even if you think about, okay, we're going to come up with a great ship to travel like light speed, which is the fastest thing that we know of. Even that, we wouldn't be able to live long enough to know some of the secrets of the universe, right? And so I think there is a beauty of not knowing, but then the life that we have is the journey to know and to learn and to, discover. I think life is about discovering, not about arriving. It's about the journey. It's not about, you know, once I get to this point, then everything's going to be good. No, it's your journey. You met this person, enjoy that person, learn from that person, stay with that person, master what that person's teaching you, get to the next level, then that becomes your new journey. And then the whole timeline of you learning is a beautiful thing, much like Kung Fu Panda, right?
Yeah.
Where your present is so much more important than what happened in the past and what's about to happen in the future. Because right now is right now. Right
Yeah.
now is when you're learning, because we don't know if we're going to be here in the next 5 minutes. And what happened yesterday cannot be changed. You know,
Yeah.
there is a balance of knowing what happened to the past, and there's a balance of what we know the future uh, uh, can hold. But the present is so much richer. You and me talking
Yeah.
right now, this is more important than anything. You know.
Well, that's so I've learned that unfortunately when you're on YouTube and you have a platform like this, people love to misconstrue what you say, or they love
Mm,
to just like pick out a little portion. I've seen it's already happened to me, believe it or not,
really?
even as a small, oh yeah, even as a small
Wow.
creator, it's already happened to me. Well, you'd be so, yeah, it's very interesting, but so like people will say things like, "Oh, but like if like so let's take this conversation for example. They'll say, "Oh, but like does that mean that I don't plan? Does that mean that my future doesn't matter?" It's like, "No, of course not. Of course your future matters." Like no one's saying that you don't plan your life. Like no one's saying that you don't have goals for tomorrow or next week or next month or next year. No one's saying that, but it's so important because if you if you constantly live in the future,
Mm,
you're never going to be satisfied because it's
you're
always
not present.
like you're not present, number one. And I think that that's one of the beautiful things that photography does, is that photography shows you something that was. It
Mm,
showed you a present moment,
I
right?
love that.
And all of us have that experience of looking back. It's like, man, I remember that day, or like I remember that place. And it's so beautiful to me because one of the gifts that we have as human species, as being these creatures that we are, is that we have that. They have the ability. It's like I remember like how many conversations that we've had. Like my wife and I said, "Oh, I remember that. I remember that picture. Oh, do you remember when we walked there?" It's like so that's so beautiful to me. And so I think there's a healthy place for both nostalgia, and there's a healthy place for also what's to come. That's where anticipation comes from, right? But everything that you feel, everything that you experience, it's happening now. And I remember one of the biggest lessons I learned from one of my coaches, Steve Chandler. He says, "Do not hold your happiness hostage." It's like,
Mm,
I'll be happy when X. I'll be happy when Y. I'll be happy when Z,
mm,
whatever.
mm.
But if you live life like that, you never have any joy. But I
Wow.
think that photography has that very unique element to it, that it's like you can just slow down and look at not even a second. at an instant, at a picosecond, whatever it is, the smallest measurable time is. It's like you're looking at a moment in time.
Mm,
You know, and you have to slow down your pace of life to like that moment of time where that photo was taken. And and I think that's the reason why that phrase is so powerful. Like they'll say a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's like
right.
absolutely,
Yes.
because you can just look at that image and be like, wow, like this
Yeah.
is you know this
Right.
is
Right.
what's going on.